Is the Omega VSJ843 really worth the money? This is my second kitchen investment since I've purchased my Vitamix 2 years ago. I've juiced using a Vitamix and now I've juiced using an Omega VSJ843, and I can tell you that the Omega juicer is at least 3 times easier to juice with. Keep watching to learn everything you need to know before purchasing an Omega juicer. The juicer is pretty easy to take apart. The parts are sturdy, well made, and easy to clean. The screen is full of tiny holes that squeeze out the juice, and then you just have to push down on the bottom to release it. The screen is smooth, so you don't have to worry about hurting yourself if you rub your fingers across it while cleaning. This part is called the spinning brush, and it helps to move the auger and the silicone brushes that surround it. The juice bowl has a funnel for the pulp and a stopper for the juice. To put it back together, you'll start by locking the screen into the spinning brush, and then twist the spinning brush clockwise until it clicks into the juice bowl. You'll notice that the spinning brush has 2 grooves on opposite sides, and that's where you'll place the auger. Push the arms of the auger right into those grooves. The hopper is where you'll load your ingredients. Turn the hopper clockwise to lock it onto the top of the juice bowl. To place the hopper onto the base, you just line up the triangles that are on the base and the hopper and turn them clockwise until they click into place. Now you're ready to start juicing. For the first recipe, I'm using 1 box of strawberries, 2 apples, and 1 Asian pear. I've already turned on my juicer. You can see the spinning brush going to work already. The left side is where the pulp will come out and the right side is for the juice. This piece is called the pusher, and you can use it to make sure the ingredients don't get stuck in the hopper. In this video, you'll notice that everything juices differently, and it all depends on the size of the ingredient and its water content. Strawberries have a pretty high water content, so the pulp will still come out wet. Because of this, I ran the pulp through the juicer a second time to maximize the juice output. You can do more if you'd like. Next, I'm adding the apples. You can put up to 2 slices in at a time, but I don't suggest cramming ingredients into the hopper, and you should always take your time, especially with harder and larger ingredients. Also, make sure to push down the ingredients from time to time. You'll notice that the apple pulp is coming out a lot drier than the strawberries, so definitely no need to run those through twice. The same goes for the Asian pear. Next up, we have carrot, mango, pineapple, and lemon juice. I'm going to start with the carrots since those are the hardest to juice. Do not try to shove more than 1 carrot into the hopper at once. You can see that the carrot pulp is coming out pretty dry. After all of the carrots are added, add the rest of the fruits. I'm only using 3/4 of a pineapple because I'm going to save the last 1/4 for green juice in the next recipe. This recipe has about the same yield as the first one. The last recipe is for green juice, which can be done a bunch of different ways. I used kale, spinach, pineapples, lemon, ginger, and green apples. I'm starting with the apples, and you can see that the pulp is completely dry. I was really curious to see how much spinach and kale you'd have to use to get a good amount of juice. I think you could even get away with doing a lot more than I used without overpowering the taste of the juice. I didn't juice the kale and spinach back to back because I didn't want to overwhelm the juicer. When juicing greens, you should throw in a wetter fruit in between to prevent clogging. I used a lemon. Surprisingly, the kale gave off a significant amount of juice and the pulp had a dry, grassy texture, meaning that almost all of the juice was extracted. After I'm done with the kale, I throw in the pineapple, which helps to push out any kale that was stuck inside the spinning brush. There was quite a thick layer of foam left over for this recipe, so I strained the juice a few times. Totally up to you if you want to strain or not. I just don't like feeling any kind of texture in my juice, just my preference. So you know, all of these juices were stored in the fridge overnight before I drank them. They kept in the fridge very well and had little, if any, separation. It took me about 4 days to drink them all. Cleaning is probably the most time-consuming part of any juicer, but the cleaning process for the Omega juicer isn't too bad. Twist off the hopper and make sure to clean out any debris. A lot of pulp builds up inside the auger. Try to put most of it in the trash, or if you're a composter, you can use it for compost. Otherwise, you'll clog up your sink. This brush is included with the juicer, and it's great for cleaning the screen. These silicone brushes are detachable, so you can snap them on and off to clean them. I'm not sure what the function of this stopper is. I wonder if you get more juice out of it if you unplug it. Whatever it is, you can use the hard part of the cleaning brush to push everything out. Make sure to pat dry everything so hard water doesn't build up inside of it. That was it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please be sure to like and subscribe. This recipe and others can be found at http://vegan.com. Thanks so much for watching.